coming in at number 4, played really well in the previous game against Scotland. He needs to click once again if that to get close to that target of 175.
Yes, that's right. They've clawed back into the game. Namibia, they were desperately looking for a wicket. They've got one now. And from here on, they will try to put pressure, restrict PNG from scoring freely.
New batter coming in is of course Sese Bao. That strike rate not doing justice to his hitting ability. He was batting really well in the previous game. But he needs to play a different role now. Just play second fiddle to Tony Ura. And good on you, young man, Ben Chikongo, getting a wicket for his country. Captain Merv Erasmus having a word with his young charge. He's been patiently waiting for his opportunity. And when it has arrived, he has come good. The current run rate is very good, matching what is required. Tucked away off the pads, nicely done by Sese Bao, and he will get off the mark.
Yes, that's good cricket overall. Good delivery to start off, and then equally well played by Bao. Overs, 72 for 2. They require 103 more of 69 deliveries. That's not impossible. That is regulation cricket, the regulation T20 cricket. Tony Ura on 41. He's the man. He's the key for Papua New Guinea.
Some rhymes coming in from my co-commentator, Shoaib Ahmed. Yes, he's played a fantastic innings. I think he will take a dip against Ben Chikongo. It'll be risky because this lad has some speed and can hoop the ball around a bit. Straight back to the bowler, flicked his hands. Off the stumps, a ricochet, but they will scurry through for a single. Good call there by Sese Bao.
Yes, good game awareness. It was Sese Bao on the non-striking end. So the first thing that he did, as soon as it hit the hands, was get back in the crease. And then when he realized that the ball has ricocheted off the stumps, that's when he went off for that run. So good cricket, good game awareness from Bao. Short delivery being pulled away towards the square leg fielder. Just a single.
Sese Bao looking quite steady at the crease. Left hand, right hand combination would always keep the bowlers sharp. 42 of 28. Asadwala, the captain, could not get going today, but Tony Ura said, "No worries, mate. I'll take over, do the heavy lifting." He's kept his side in the game. His delivery carved away to that cover sweeper. They're pushing for 2. Sese Bao has yet chance for a run out, but they've made it in time. Good running. 9 overs gone. PNG are 76 for 2.
Good running on that last delivery. Initially, we thought that they were just going to look for one, but then quickly realized that the fielder was far away from the ball. And by the time he could reach there, it was 2. 9 overs gone, 76 for 2 now.
I think they'll be relatively okay near the halfway stage. They have a decent amount of runs accrued already. If you need about maybe 90 or 100 in the last 10, you'd back yourself to get that score, Shoaib.
Oh yes, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. The required run rate right now is 9. Current run rate 8.44, so they're almost there. 1 or 2 good overs for Papua New Guinea, and that required run rate will come down to 7 or 8, depending on how good those 2 overs are. But yes, that is definitely a possibility.
Allow your France to continue. Nicely driven. Past the cover fielder who gets a hand to it. So these are the kind of bowlers that PNG will need to take a chance on. It's going to be hard to hit JJ Smith and David Wisa at 10 to 12 RPO. So they need to capitalize on the 5th and 6th bowlers of Namibia. But Hilauia France has been relatively steady. 98 required of 65. Very, very achievable. They've kept wickets in hand. Once again, an off break tucked away towards square leg. They're pushing for 2, but they will stick to 1. Good fielding on the boundary. Excellent pick up and throw.
Yes, this is good cricket. They are keeping themselves busy, Papua New Guinea, making sure those singles and doubles keep flowing. And that target is always within reach when you do that. Meanwhile, another flight and delivery played up in the air. Catch it is the call. Will just fall short of Smith at the mid-wicket region.
He just curved away from him. That ball was hittable if he could find the gap at deep square, but JJ Smith moving around very, very smartly. 45 of 30, just a hit away from a well-deserved 50 for Tony Ura. And this game feels like it's going right down to the wire. A nail-biter to conclude the Dafa News Summer T20 Bash 2021. That PNG dugout looks a bit pensive, looks a bit nervous. Bottom half of the bat just trickled into the mid-wicket region for a single.
Yes, we've noticed that it's always very difficult to score off spinners when they're bowling at the right length. Not too full, not too short. That good length area is very important, especially for the spinners in this game, because then it becomes a little more difficult to score runs when the ball is just sticking a little bit, not coming too fast. No! Another good ball there. And that ball hit the pads. That was crashing into the stumps.
Indeed, didn't play straight. Flicked it towards mid-wicket. His bat came down very, very late there, Say Bao. He's not picking Hilauia France. That's the main issue. He thought it could have been one of those off breaks. He's been watching them from the other end, but instead it was the leggy turning into the batter. Nice variations here. I'm enjoying this spell. Floated off break, slap towards the cover fielder. He'll be disappointed with that shot. 81 for 2 at the halfway stage, Papua New Guinea. Going to be a quick drinks break here. At the same stage, Namibia were really struggling. 70 for 4. Charles Amini had just dismissed David Wisa with that peach of a googly. Excellent catch by Kipling Doriga behind the stumps as well. So they're definitely in the game here, Shoaib. Not over by any means.
Absolutely, that stat there on the mat says it all. After 10 overs, Namibia was 70 for 4, but they still managed to get to that score. So definitely Papua New Guinea will feel that they have a strong chance of winning this game and creating an upset, because in a way, Namibia looked as the stronger side out of the two, given the fact that they played really well against UAE, and then they also beat Scotland. So Papua New Guinea can get some bragging rights if they win today.
New bowler introduced into the attack, nicely worked away to the point region for a single. And we noticed in the PNG bowling innings, as the ball got softer, it became easier to hit through the line. Craig Williams and JJ Smith in particular had a fantastic partnership lower down the order. Say Bao and Tony Ura need to replicate that innings, replicate that partnership if their side is to get close to an imposing target. Late afternoon settling in at the ICC Academy in Dubai. Wonderful conditions for some top level cricket. David Lingen into the attack. Looks to be a steady left arm seamer. Cracked away this time towards extra cover. Long off will have to work hard here. They're going to push for 2. And And they'll manage it quite nicely. Good shot there by Tony Ura.
Yes, it was played in the gap, and once it clears the fielder who's inside the circle, there is a big gap between the long off fielder and the sweeper cover. And these grounds are not small by any means. You have gaps that you can make full use of, and that is exactly what these two players have done. Played it in the gap and got runs for that shot. Meanwhile, extra cover is in the picture again. Tony gets his 50 and in great style. He is absolutely a dangerous gun player, and he has proved that yet again for Papua New Guinea. A strike rate of 145. He is made for this format of cricket.
Well, that ball was absolutely smoked, short and wide from Michael Van Lingen, and Tony Ura, that's his favorite region to strike the ball over extra, absolutely blasted that for four. Brilliant innings, and he set the stage for a photo finish here. Bottom edge this time, short third man in the circle. So the best thing to do after hitting the boundary, get off strike, and Tony Ura has done exactly that.
Oh yes, nothing more embarrassing for a bowler than getting that 4 or a 6 and then getting that single. But meanwhile, these are the shots that he's played so far. Tony Ura played a lot of the shots straight down the ground and in the extra cover region. 53 of 35 for him. He's the one who's kept them in the hunt of chasing this decent total of 165.
Yes, he loves to plant that front foot down and smash the ball down the ground over extra cover. A bit of fortune there, that top edge over the keeper. But other than that, he's looked in complete control. 90 for 2. Michael Van Lingen being introduced into the attack, already gone for 9 runs. So PNG are making a fist of this game for sure. Namibia looking a bit pensive right now. Lower delivery, work towards long on. That's an excellent over for PNG. 10 runs off it, 91 for 2 after 11.
Yes, 91 for 2. Tony Ura gets his 50 in this tournament. Since he's landed here in the UAE, he's been very, very effective. 14 dots. Just 14 dots. That's great batting from Papua New Guinea. 35 singles taken, 4 twos, 2 threes, 5 fours, and 3 sixes.
They have been very, very proactive in the field and running between the wickets, as you can see, not facing a lot of dot balls. Allow France to continue. That required rate of 9.3 is very manageable at their current rate. Would only require a couple of big overs. As long as you have wickets in hand, definitely possible of doing that. Down the ground this time, Tony Ura has sent this out of the ICC Academy all the way for 6.